Good morning, everyone. This is Mitch. You can see the sun's just coming up over Chicago. Not such a sunny day for those Cubby fans. They really took one on the chin last night against the Dodgers. Of course, I'm a Sox fan, but, I'd still like to see the All-Chicago World Series. Not going to prevent the ticket scalpers from doing what they normally do. I checked over on StubHub this morning, and they're asking literally an arm and a leg for tickets for tonight's game with Zambrano going. I left that link up there on my site. I hardly ever use it. I usually just use it to check out to see what the interest in the event is, but it's always fun to see what exactly what they're asking for tickets. I saw some just crazy prices out there this morning. I want to welcome everyone who's joining us for the first time from Yarrow Starix Entrepreneur's Journey site, where I did a podcast interview with Yarrow, and he talked about the college football places. It was a lot of fun. Yarrow's just a great guy and really one of the probably one of the top 10 bloggers in the world today. I also want to welcome everyone from Bleacher Report, who, where I spend a lot of my time. But, I don't know how many of you guys usually come by and visit, but you guys are all welcome. I know that I'll have extra traffic today because I'm picking against Lisa Horn, and, I plan on throwing her a beating as far as the picks go. But, all in good one. Lisa's one of the best writers out there, and I really enjoy reading her write-ups and columns in her blog every single day. It's just every day is a treat. But as far as the picks go, we're not going to show any mercy, and we're gonna try and beat her. We had Boise State last night, our 60th win against the spread so far. It's not even the main day of week 6. We have 60 wins against the spread, so we've had plenty of opportunities to cash in. We got 3 games going tonight. I'm just going to go over them real briefly because I have talked about them all extensively in the blog. We have South Florida taking on Pitt. That game's real early tonight. I like South Florida laying the points. They're at home. Pitt hasn't been great. They only have the one loss. They struggled at Syracuse. They did walk away with the win last week. LaShawn McCoy not putting up the numbers that we expect them to do. I like South Florida at home. Grothe, Selvey. They really seem to be finding their own. They're moving up in the rankings. They're looking at a BCS bowl game, that team, quite frankly. The next game, we have Alabama, Birmingham, Memphis. 2 teams that have really not been too good. They've played stepped-up competition. I give them all the credit in the world for playing some of the better teams out there. I think UAB has played the better of the teams out there. I think Memphis has still played some very good teams. I don't think either of these teams are very good teams. I think they're not as bad as their records indicate. I like UAB at home. I like them getting the points. The reason why I think that is I just think these teams are kind of even. And, at home, a night game, I'll take the points, when it's basically even. I say we play that game real small. I don't have as good a feeling as that game as I have about, the last game we're going to talk about, and that's the Utah Utes taking on Oregon State at Utah. The Utes, it's some kind of Indian or something. I always like to do the Joe Pesci, from my cousin Vinny. A couple of Utes, but I know that wasn't too good. And we're going to talk football instead. We're going to drop that one. And, Utah's been impressive. They're 5-0. They're looking to bust up the BCS as a non-BCS school. They're looking to get in. They have that. They're what they're hoping, and what Brigham Young is hoping, that they play at the end of the season, that they're 2 non-BCS schools, and they play in a game every year. It's called the Holy War. And this year, Holy War is going to be for a lot. If both these teams can stay undefeated going in, then one of them is more than likely going to a BCS game. And in order for that to happen, the Utes are going to have to win tonight. And Oregon State, coming off that big win in Corvallis last week against the USC Trojans, I give them all the credit in the world. They knocked out the #1 team in the country. It's a huge boost to Coach Mike Riley, a huge boost to that program, and a huge boost for those players. And it's something that they can always take with them. But something that's happened to that program this year is they got run over by Penn State. I mean, just clobbered. They got beat by a not-so-good Stanford team. The win last week was in Corvallis. This week they're going on the road to Utah. I don't like the way this sets up for the Oregon State Beavers, and I do like the way it sets up for the Utes. The Utes play extremely well out of conference. Their out-of-conference games are generally against the big conferences. They went to the Big House in Michigan and knocked them off this year. So I don't think they're going to be intimidated by anyone. I think they cover easily. I think, as a matter of fact, there's probably some good value there in the point spread because of that game in Corvallis last week. So anyways, this is Mitch. We got 2 games tomorrow night. I haven't written up either of them in the blog. We're going to talk about them, and we're going to blog about them. Saturday, full slate of games. I'll be back tomorrow talking more college football. This is Mitch, and thanks for joining me.